Hello, guys. It's After Hours with Mama D. Welcome back. And on today's episode, it's not going to be a happy one again. But you guys know, or may not know, at least I do, on my feed, and a lot of people were posting about National Sons and Daughters Day on August 11th. I didn't post any of my kids, not because I don't love them or I'm proud of them, but I simply just didn't get around to it or posting this video. But somehow the phone always finds a way to send something my way or knows something I don't. On my little news thing popped up a little link about a mom who posted a video on Instagram Live after she had stabbed her 4-year-old daughter and 2-year-old son in New Orleans just this last week. And in the video, she says that my kids are dead and it's all Jermaine's fault. Jermaine being the biological father of the kids, who actually had petitioned the courts for full custody in April and was pending that court date. Unfortunately, the 4-year-old daughter did not make it, and the 2-year-old son is in the hospital in critical condition. But she was just bitter, and it's not Jermaine's fault. Because, in the petition, you guys will see in this clip that I'm going to have out here, that, he did what he could. And I don't have all the details, but I'm going to assume CPS or CFS, whatever we want to call it, was called, and they didn't listen to him because he's the father. He's the dad, and typically, right, the stereotype is that the mothers are more capable of keeping the children and are usually sane. However, this woman was insane in that video, which ended up popping up in my feed, but not in this video I'm going to share. She's literally dripping from blood. I think she was wearing a tank top, and maybe even having a bonnet on her head. But that's just a sad situation that a dad, saw coming and petitioned for full custody for his kids. And unfortunately, the court systems didn't get the opportunity to possibly grant that, which that just sucks. So I'm going to play the video, and then I'll put my 2 cents at the end. My 2 cents.
There's a mix of sadness and hurt with the loss of yet another young child in New Orleans. Someone left a stuffed animal and balloons on the stairs in front of a home in the 3100 block of Law Street. According to the NOPD, a woman was arrested here on Sunday for allegedly stabbing her 2 children, a 4-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son. The young girl did not survive that attack, and the children's father reportedly hurried to that scene after seeing a disturbing social media post by the mother, 31-year-old Janae Pettisclo. She said in a blood-stained shirt, quote, "My children are dead. I'm done. I'm done with life." The father, Jermaine Rogers, had to break through a front window to get the kids and rush them to the hospital. Reverend Johnny Arvey is the pastor of the Law Street Missionary Baptist Church just down the street from the mother's home.
It hurts. It's sad. I feel for the children, the father, and even the mother. I really feel bad for her.
The 2-year-old boy is still alive tonight, and he is still in the hospital with serious injuries. Tonight, Erica Ferrando is following the story. It's just a heartbreaking one, and she's joining us live on Law Street, where police say that attack happened. Erica, what's the latest? That's right, Katie. The stabbings happened in the house behind me, and you can see those balloons and stuffed animals still sitting outside the front door. But according to court records, the father of those two children expressed concern for their safety months ago. A devastated uncle shared these photos of his beloved 2-year-old nephew, Jason, and his 4-year-old niece, Paris. This old photo is one he now treasures more than ever, as Paris died after the siblings' mother allegedly stabbed them. A makeshift memorial now sits outside the Law Street home where it happened around 11 Sunday morning. While Paris died at the hospital, Jason was taken to a hospital in critical condition and is recovering. NOPD arrested the children's mother, 31-year-old Janae Pedesclo, for the crime. Moments after the stabbing, a woman that appears to be Pedesclo shared a video on Instagram with blood dripping down her chest. We're not sharing the graphic video, but in it you can hear the woman say, "My children is dead. I'm done with life, and it's all Jermaine's fault." According to court records, Jermaine Roberts is the kid's father, and in April, he filed a petition seeking sole custody of the two kids that would have allowed the mother weekend visitation rights. He claimed Pedesclo didn't let him see the children since he was in a relationship. He said in the petition, quote, "She's not stable or providing a healthy environment for the kids." He added, "The mother takes non-prescription pills. She drinks and drives under the influence."
Let me pause that real quick right there. You know, after a couple separates, it's quite frequent that one of the two is going to be better. And more times than not, it's the female. And now because Jermaine is in a new relationship, all of a sudden now you can't see your kids. That's a manipulator right there. And I think people need to wake up and see the frequency that this happens. It's not that fathers want to be absentee. It's these manipulators who create this. And, you know, I'm seeing, again, it's like on my feed, a lot of, nonprofit organizations dedicated to fathers. I mean, San Bernardino County here has the entire month of June dedicated to fatherhood awareness. But yet there's this notion that motherhood carries a much greater impact and is possibly of much greater importance than fatherhood is. But there's like a legit month dedicated to this. There's another group in LA, Father Figures, literally, where they mentor kids whose fathers are not involved or didn't get the chance to be involved. It's two separate things. Your personal relationship is completely different and apart from that of your child. And that's something we're seeing a little too often. But I'll let you guys finish seeing this clip.
Pedesclo was set to appear in court for the custody battle in 10 days. Court records for Janae Pedesclo show a criminal history including several arrests just over a decade ago for attempted simple robbery, drug charges including use.
Okay, I guess I lied. So a couple more seconds. Look at the dates we have here, 2009, 2010. At first glance, we'll look at it and maybe dismiss this, right? She was young. That was over 10 years ago. I'm pretty sure this creates no relevance. No, there's always a relevance. You don't stop being who you used to be. Somehow that always carries on. Either you're going to choose to act on it or not. Not necessarily saying you can't, redeem yourself from any wrongdoing that someone may have committed. That shows a person's character. Or potential, I suppose it would be better said. But I'll go ahead and finish this now. I won't stop it again.
A fake prescription to get drugs, aggravated assault, and
Last year, she faced criminal damage to property charges. And now for allegedly stabbing her children, killing one, Podesclo faces charges of second-degree murder, attempted murder, and second-degree cruelty to a juvenile. A tragedy the children's uncle says he wishes he could have saved them from.
And the children's uncle said his nephew is still in Children's Hospital recovering. He said he is, though, improving. For now, live in
Okay. What do we want to take from this is if you see something, say something. I mean, there's that whole Netflix documentary on the trial of Gabriel Fernandez. The teacher called, a security guard called, but it still wasn't taken seriously. And I'm not gonna assume, but I'm gonna take a wild guess, considering this father went through the legal process to submit his petition for full custody. The CPS or CFS, again, however you want to call it, was likely called, but likely was not taken seriously. And now there's a dead 4-year-old and a 2-year-old in the hospital in critical condition. And I just can't imagine the pain of that little girl. Being stabbed to death by your own mother. And those who know, this particularly really, it blew my mind how somebody could do this. My kids are 4 and 2, the same age, and I can't imagine how horrific that was for her. Not the mom, I mean the child. So, again, guys, you see something, say something. If you feel something, say something. And for those working in CFS and CPS or in some sort of a way, have some sort of say in any of these situations, start taking these seriously. These cases are happening all too often. They're making the news. They're just not making nationwide news. Doesn't mean it's not happening. So spread the love. Let's do better. And mental health, guys. You see someone struggling, listen to them, hear them out. And if you feel that somebody within that household is not safe, say something. All right, guys. See you with the next one.